by the very learned, erudite Governor of Kerala, Mr. Arif Mohammad Khan. Thank you very much. You are known for your unbridled views and for not mincing your words, so I thought it would be perfect to start with you. Governor, can you tell me, why are progressives, people who call themselves liberals, progressives, why are they for the wearing of the hijab? Does it make sense to you?
I do not think they are they themselves are in favor of wearing the hijab. And if we, I also don't have any doubt that if they claim to be progressive, liberal, secular, they are so. But unfortunately, in our country, the attitude of the progressives, as far as the Muslims are concerned, they assume a very strange kind of attitude. And I would like to remind you that in 1986, when I had resigned from the government, next day, this story is well known. It is in public knowledge, documented, that next day, when efforts were being made to persuade me to withdraw my resignation, all those who were thought that I'm close to them, all of them were used one by one. And in the senior ministers under whom I had served, they also came. I was sitting in the reception room of the Prime Minister's office. Then finally, the senior most leader of the party came. He was a minister. And the sentence which he said to me, it speaks volumes, and that is representative of the people who claim that they are progressive and liberal. He told me that, apart from other things, he said, अगर मुसलमान गड्ढे में पड़े रहना चाहते हैं तो पड़े रहने दो. हम समाज सुधारक नहीं हैं, हमें तो वोट हमें चाहिए. तो this attitude, where, and if you recall, after the Muzaffarnagar episode, where a woman, a fatwa was given that she stands divorced because of something which had happened between her and her father-in-law. On that occasion, Times of India had written an editorial saying that these things which we may look at them, that they concern a particular community, but actually nothing concerns any one group of people. Anything which is regressive, which takes people backward, is the concern of the whole country, whole nation. But the progressive, unfortunately in India, as far as they themselves are concerned, they are ready to take any progressive step. But for as I told you, the sentence was कि हमें तो वोट चाहिए उनका, हम कोई समाज, we are not social reformers. We are in the business of vote. We are in politics, and our business is to get their votes. Yes. That is that attitude creates problems.
Governor Saab, you know, my own view, and may I remind viewers that Arif Mohammad Khan spoke of 86. He came back as a minister in what was a very, very fantastic cabinet, though very short-lived, of VP Singh. I think that was 1989. And so he's been through many episodes in Indian politics. Governor Saab, my question, I always believe that a person is known not just by what you support or what you oppose, but also who you support and who you oppose. And the reason I'm asking you this is, do these people who are these pseudo-liberals ever ask themselves, who are we supporting? And do those people, those hardliners who we are supporting on the hijab issue feel that the wearing of a hijab is a voluntary or an optional thing? It's not for them. None of these hardliners, if you ask them, is it optional? They say no. Every woman has to wear the hijab. But the progressives never ask that question, that I'm supporting these same hardliners. Do I ever ask whether the hardliners themselves feel wearing the hijab is optional or not? So that's where I believe this argument, oh, it's a free choice, freedom of choice, really falls apart, doesn't it?
I agree with you. The problem is, we must put it in proper perspective. A left party, a member of that party who is a very close friend of mine, once I shared my concern with him that I see the leaders of your parties sharing stage with the most regressive people. Then he told me, and this was not anywhere publicly. We were talking privately. He said, Arif bhai, you will be surprised. You are only talking about these people who are appearing with them on the public platforms. But if I tell you the names of the people who are being invited, and here I may use exactly words, I had not wished to use the exact words, but I will use the exact words, because now the identity will be revealed. He said the kind of people who are being invited to Ajay Bhavan for meetings, if I give you those names, then that will be a shock for you. So they are behaving like blinkered horses. They are not concerned about for them, the national interest, for them, whatever the progressive cause is, that becomes unimportant, insignificant before the political interest. That is the problem we are facing, and this is not something new. We are facing it since long time. Do you remember 1986? When the largest ever majority in Lok Sabha of more than 400 members, and the government was blackmailed, threatening and violent language was used, and government surrendered before them and changed the Supreme Court judgment. The whole problem today, as I see it, is that these particular groups who used to special privileges, powers, and why? Because they were recognized by those who were in power. Now they have lost that privilege. Now they find that it has become impossible to blackmail the government. The government refuses to bow before them. That is the whole problem. And the other group which is supporting them are those who themselves, I won't doubt that they are progressive and liberal, but they have so much hate for this government, central government,
that's the point,
that they are ready to support, apart from their own political interests, the hatred is driving them to support this thing.
I think,
but we must be clear.
Yeah.
We must be clear.
I think I couldn't have asked for a better start to this debate, because essentially, ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing Governor Arif Mohammad Khan carefully, what he's saying is that you need to be careful about the company that you keep. And the hatred for Narendra Modi or hatred for the Modi government is driving these people who call themselves left liberals into the hands of hardliners who are misogynist and regressive in their thoughts. And I thank you, Governor Arif Mohammad Khan, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. I think the viewers of Republic really enjoyed it. I thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. That's a one-on-one with him, opening up the debate now.